In the film's epilogue, there is a mention of a ring that I wear on road trips. This was a ritualistic way of having both of my parents accompany me in spirit. This happens to be a very special ring. It is a Claddagh ring. Now, some of you may ask, what is a Claddagh ring? The spelling is C-L-A-D-D-A-G-H. Don't ask me why it's spelled like that. I have no idea. Anyway, a Claddagh ring is a relatively recent Irish tradition. It is a symbolic ring that declares your marital status. There are 3 symbols in the ring that are considered the trinity of what makes a solid lifetime relationship. The symbols are the crown, the hands, and the heart. The crown is symbolic of loyalty, that you will be there for your significant other through thick and thin. You are dedicated to your betrothed, and your eye will never wander. The hands are symbolic of friendship, because your significant other is not just your lover, but that person is your friend. Your best friend above all others. The heart is, of course, symbolic of love. And I don't think I need to explain that one any further. These are the 3 things you need for a long-lasting lifetime relationship. Without any one of these elements, your relationship will not last. So when you get into a relationship, both of you need to have love, loyalty, and friendship if you're going to have this last for the rest of your life. Now, how you wear the ring in public is a subtle declaration of your marital status. Now, there are regional differences regarding this, so I'll just go with what I know and what is commonly accepted. The ring on the right hand's ring finger with the heart facing outward is telling the world that you are single. Your heart is open to the world and to all possibilities. The ring on the right hand's ring finger with the heart facing inward is telling the world that you are in a relationship. The heart is considering someone and is therefore temporarily closed to everyone else until further notice. The ring on the left hand's ring finger with the heart facing outward is telling the world that you are engaged. Your heart is facing outward, but this time instead of seeking, it is rejoicing. It is telling everyone that you have found the love of your life. And lastly, the ring on your left hand's ring finger with the heart facing inward is telling the world that you are married. Your heart is closed to everyone but your one true love. The Claddagh ring is a generational heirloom usually passed on to the eldest child, meaning the father gives it to his eldest son, the mother gives it to her eldest daughter. In my case, I'm not the eldest in my family, but I was deeply honored when my father gave me his ring. I am the 3rd generation to wear this particular ring. This one is actually straight from Ireland, as my paternal grandfather purchased it on his last trip there in his later years. He was a farmer his entire life, and as many of you know, for their own safety, farmers do not wear rings. But he had always wanted one, and at the ripe old age of 83, he finally was a proud owner. He wore it for 7 years until 2003, when on his deathbed with hours to live, he bequeathed it to my father, his eldest son. My father would also wear the ring for 7 years and give it to me when he had weeks to live. I can't tell you the weight and the honor of the responsibility I felt in that moment. I actually broke down because while it was an honor, it was also a passing of a torch and an overt admission that he wasn't going to be around for much longer. At that moment, I had felt a sense of honor and sadness in equal measure. I had received the ring when I was 39 years old, and I had jokingly said that I was only going to live till 46 because the previous 2 owners had only had the ring for 7 years before their respective passings. Because I sometimes have a dark sense of humor, I had said that the ring was cursed because everyone who has ever owned it has eventually died. I'll give you a second to figure out the punchline. Just so you know, I have beaten the curse because as of this recording, it is now 12 years since I have inherited the ring. And lastly, in case you are wondering, this is how I currently wear the ring. Figure it out for yourself. And that is the story of the Claddagh ring. That's it, and that's all. Thank you for watching, and thank you for the gift of your time.